Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Belmont Park here on Saturday. It is the 25th of September 2021. We're going to look at the stakes races on the program from Belmont, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Hit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Let's look at the stakes action from Belmont, races 4 and 10. The fourth race, it is the Kelso Handicap. It's a grade 2 event, going for a purse of $300,000. Races for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 5 horses heading to the main track, the distance of ground of 1,600 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile here in the Kelso. 1,600 meters, 1 mile. And for years, this race used to be always run on the turf, and then about 2009 or 10, they moved it to the dirt when the British Cup Mile became a big race, so they could have a prep race for the mile. Basically, even though it used to be a prep race for the turf mile, now basically the Belmont Fall Meeting is missing that good, graded race for the turf milers. You have kind of the Knickerbocker if the horses want to use that as a British Cup Mile prep, but not most of them use it. But with that being said, everybody's going to choose Life is Good in this race. He's 1-9. He definitely can win on paper, but I'm going to get a little wacky with the one-horse Fort Peck. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 5 in the superfecta. I know 5-horse field giving out a superfecta, but I'm going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 5 super, 1, 2 in the multi-race, but the one-horse Fort Peck will be my top selection. 6-year-old Gilling by Fort Larnard. Robertino Diodoro trains. Ramon Vazquez gets the mounts. He was supposed to win on a 1-9 shot last week. This week, I think he's going to beat a 1-9 shot. Ramon Vazquez. Most recently, they ran the horse on the 7th of August, Saratoga, mile and eighth and claiming 50,000. And the horse won by 6.5 lengths, and he basically was on cruise control that day. He stalked, he got the lead, he quickened up nicely, and they never got to the bottom of the horse, winning by 6.25 lengths off the bench. That was a very good run. Coming to a one-turn mile where he could really, stalk today, I think he could really run a good race, or even if on the front end, cruise it. He's going to have to jump a few buyer points, but I think he really could keep up here. Two-back ran an optional 6-2 at Churchill, mile 16th on the Sloth, 9th of May. He finished 7th by 27 lengths there. He was very wide. He was very lackadaisical, and I do not think he liked the sloppy going. He hasn't really run his best on that kind of surface. And then prior to that, Keeneland on the Sloth, mile 16th, and claiming 50,000. He finished 3rd by 1 3/4 lengths. He's a little bit wide. He got away from the slop early on. He ran an okay race, but again, I think he runs his better race on a dry track. And then he ran a Gulfstream in a handicap 1 mile on the 28th of February. Finished 7th by 19.5 lengths. He was with him early on and then completely gave away. And then he ran an okay 4th at Church at Gulfstream 1 mile in mid-January in a Stern Lounge race. 4th by 7 3/4 lengths. He had a little bit of trouble trip around the far turn, which probably cost a better position there. But he always runs these decent races like at random times, like he did last 1st of September at Churchill, mile 16th and claiming 40. Winning by 1.25 lengths. He really won nicely. He runs very good fresh also. He has hidden form in him. He could really do good wonders on the front end. At 15-1 training one, let's use him. Like I said, Can't Throw Out Life is good. Placed in the Alan Jerkins off a 106 Pyre last time out behind Jackie's Warrior. And then before that, he won the San Felipe and won the Sham even easier. 1 turn miles right up his alley. But the problem is 1-9, and he has his, slight drawbacks with sometimes not being the soundest horse, but he can definitely win on paper. But 1-9 here in New York, you don't see that very often. To recount my selection now for the 4th from Belmont is the Kelso Handicap. Let's take the one-horse Fort Peck to upset. But like I said, you have to give kudos to the 2-horse Life is Good. He could definitely win on paper. 1, 2, 3, 5 super, 1, 2 in the multis. Let's get to the 10th race now from Belmont, which is the Athenia Stakes, grade 3 event going for a purse $200,000. Races for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. 6 horses entered, 6 horses at MTO, so probably 5 will go to the inner turf course. The distance of ground of 1,800 meters, or distance of ground of 1 1/8 on the Belmont inner turf course. 1,800 meters, 1 1/8. And Thursday into Friday here in New York was just a terrible, terrible day with the weather. A lot of rain. But then Friday morning, it was beautiful sunshine, and all Friday afternoon was a beautiful day. So I think this race will probably be on a turf course. A little moisture in it, but it will be on the turf course. My top selection here, I'm going to go with the number 5 horse, the number 4 horse Pocket Square. I'm going to go 4-3-1-2 in the superfecta, 4-3-1-2 super. Top selection of 4 horse Pocket Square. This 4-year-old followed by Night Thunder. Chad Brown trains. Ira Ortiz Jr. gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 25th of August, Saratoga. Mile and eighth on the inner and optional 100. He won by 4.5 lengths. lengths and had a dream trip. He stalked all the way around, got the lead a little bit wide, but got there with a lot of time left at 15 cents to the dollar with the step down class. That was a very good run. Coming here, grade 3 quality horse. It shouldn't be a problem. Could show some speed if she wants to. I think she could really run a good race. 2 backs for the 17th of July at Saratoga, Mile Nathan to Diana, and the horse finished 5th by 3 lengths. It really just never showed up. Althea ran a terrific race for Godolphin. This horse just wasn't keeping up. And then before then, the Just a Game at Belmont at 1 mile on the 5th of June. She finished 5th by 4 3/4 lengths, so very stupidly wide that day, but was gaining a little bit. I didn't think it was a half bad race. And then the North America debut on the 7th of April at Keeneland, a mile 16th in a allowance race, winning by 2 1/4 lengths. Stupidly wide throughout, but really got a great turn of foot to win there. The races before then in the UK last season, he ran once in the Musadora, which is a Oaks kind of prep race, but with it being 2020, everything was screwed around.